What's up, Gunpla fans? This is Joey Gunota coming at you with another video. And today I just want to sort of give a little rant and ramble just about things going on. Lately, I work in the health insurance industry, and this time of year is always very, very busy. What with people starting up with their new plans. A lot of people calling in, just asking questions, wanting to know about their health insurance, things like that. So I haven't had a ton of time the first 2 weeks of January and probably going through February to do a lot of things involved with Gundam and Gunpla, which is okay. Working a bit of overtime each week, nothing really to complain about. I work full-time anyway. I work 4 10-hour shifts normally a week. I just picked up a 5th 10-hour shift, so it's really only 10 hours of overtime. I have friends personally here that work 60, 65, up to 80 hours a week sometimes because that's just what their jobs demand. So I have no reason to complain at all about a little bit of overtime, plus I'm getting paid for it. So, but that does keep me from doing some of the fun stuff that I like to do. But it's only a couple months out of the year, and then the rest of the year is fine. I have been thinking about the types of videos that I want to do going forward for my channel. I talked a bit about in the last couple of videos wanting to do a sort of let's build from start to finish of the high-grade Universal Century RX-78-2 Gundam from the Gunpla Builders starter set that came with the Zaku. So it's the original high-grade Universal Century Gundam, not the Revive, not the G30th, although I do have a G30th. I have plans for that one. So I've already filmed the unboxing, and then going over the runners and the manual, or not the manual. It comes with a beginner's guide of modeling. So I've shot that video completely silent because my original plans for this video series was I was going to release straight video with just the sounds of modeling, opening up the box, opening up the packages, looking at the runners, hearing them squeak on the table as I move them around, flipping through the pages, and then once I got into actually building, just the sounds of the nippers clipping and the files sanding and the airbrush going and all that other stuff. But I think I've decided instead, and since I've already filmed the first 2 videos, I'll have to do something else for those. I'll probably do like a dub. I was going to release 2 versions, so like the silent, just, let's build thing, and then I was going to release another one with a dub and a little bit of background music. But I think instead what I'm going to do is I want to start doing sort of like Bob Ross style Gunpla building. Just, talking about the techniques as I'm doing them, just being nice and calm and encouraging about, if you're a beginner, that's okay, and, your skills are going to grow, you're going to get better, there's always new things to learn, and you just got to be happy with what you're doing. You got to be happy with the results of your efforts, no matter how skilled you are. The more you do, the better you get. And if you want to improve, you can improve. If you're happy where you're at, you can stay where you're at. And sometimes, just it's nice to sort of watch someone work. I've never oil painted, but I've marathoned Bob Ross videos. That's for sure. In a lot of ways, Henry over at the Vegeta 8259 channel does similar work. He's got a very calm demeanor about everything. He's very informative, and he shows step-by-step processes for a lot of advanced techniques. And those videos are, number one, a tremendous inspiration to me, and many other people. And number two, they're just so fun to watch. Those videos can take me out of a bad day pretty quick. So I thought, for the most part, like, you know, because he's at a certain level of skill sets, he doesn't go over the basic stuff too often anymore. Even like simple airbrushing techniques, he doesn't go into depth with his videos because he's already done it. First off, he's already done all that. But you know, he doesn't want to keep repeating the same basic information. So for the most part, when he's doing a tutorial within his work in progress videos, it's a more advanced technique, like working with oils, making rust, things like that. So I thought I would sort of take that idea, apply my own personality and my own techniques, my own sort of methodology for building, and make my own video series. But what I was going to do is do start to finish. You'll see the entire process on camera in about probably 10 to 15 minute chunks, depending on, you know, what I'm doing. Obviously, if I'm doing something like priming an entire kit, I probably won't break that up into multiple videos, although priming itself doesn't necessarily take 10 to 15 minutes, depending on how quickly you're working. But I also would include things like setting up the spray booth, mixing the primer and the thinner, cleaning the airbrush, things like that. So that might make it a multi-part series of videos. So I do want to get to that. I just don't have the time right now because of my work schedule. And, you know, there are other things that I would rather be doing with my limited free time during the week than concentrating on filming Gunpla. I'm still building. It's just, you know, building Gunpla for yourself and building on camera is very different. Anyone who's done that definitely knows there's a difference between the two. And yeah, so I'll get to that eventually. I'll get to doing that tutorial series probably March. Probably start filming in March. And it should be going up in April, starting in April. I don't know how quickly I want to release the videos. Depends on how many there are, because I'm probably going to film the whole series first. And then put them up on a release schedule, and that will sort of give me a buffer zone to get other content created. I'm probably going to go from this high grade straight into a master grade that I've been wanting to paint. I haven't decided which one yet, but I'll definitely make a video talking about that before I start. In the meantime, what I've been doing is just any kit that I know I can snap together, and not have to worry too much about painting, details, decals, markings, whatever I'm going to be satisfied with if it's just snapped. Minor painting, yes. Some necessary decals or stickers, yes. But for the most part, just things that I can get done. Just because I don't have a lot of time to work on painting and whatnot. So what I have been doing, if you follow me on Twitter, which I'm sure most of you do, again, if you follow me on Twitter and you're seeing these videos and you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, that's weird. Or if you're subscribed to my YouTube channel and you don't follow me on Twitter, that's even more weird, because I have about twice as many followers on Twitter than I have subscribers on YouTube. But anyway, so what I've been working on lately are the I finished up the last of my 12 green Leos at the beginning of this year. Those were the first kits that I finished this year. The next one that I moved on to was this guy. And this is the Master Grade Trans Am 007 Sword /G. And you can tell that it's the 7 Sword version and not the Trans Am 00 Riser, because the jewels on the arms and the head are green. For whatever reason, they retconned a lot of things, starting with the real grade Trans Am kits. When they released those as P Bandai, they decided that the condensers were going to remain green in Trans Am mode, which makes sense because the actual particle color, the GN particles, don't change from green to red. The armor heats up and creates a red aura. So that's I actually like the green condensers because they really pop against the red. The difference there, the problem being the 00 Riser that I have and the Exia that I have that are both Trans Am mode, they have the pink / red condensers, and it kind of, I don't know, it looks weird. It looks really strange seeing those two next to my Trans Am Quanta that I actually finished before this. So this is actually my 5th kit this year, and I like the green. I like the green, and it's a brighter green than the normal releases, so that's even cooler. That's what I've been working on lately. After this, I'll probably move on to some high grades. I haven't decided which ones yet. In other news, I recently received a package from my very good friend, Brandon. He runs the Joshua Gundamu YouTube channel, where he does a stop-motion animation called Father of Peace, using Gundam MSIA action figures. And it's a really great stop-motion series. It's taking him a long time to do it, but that's because he's putting in a lot of work into making sure it's good. And he gets voice actors from all across the internet. If you are interested in that, just go subscribe to him. He'll usually put out a video asking for a voice actor, and you just submit what he needs, which is usually lines, recorded several times, and he might pick you to be in his stop-motion animation. I've done a couple voices for him already, and I hope to do more if I can come up with more range. Anyway, the reason I bring him up is because we recently did a trade. I sent him my real grade Grandpa Gundam and real grade Char Zaku 2. He just needed the inner frames, but they were already assembled, so he took all the armor off, sent that back to me, along with this Xeon flag, which I am so happy to finally have. They're hard to find online, this version, because the ones that you see most of the time online are just a plain red patch of fabric with a yellow emblem in the middle. And that's not the Xeon flag. That's someone just half-assing a Xeon flag. This is the Xeon flag with the bars. It looks very much like a Nazi flag, which I have a profile picture on my Facebook with this flag in it. And I've already had a couple people ask me, Joe, why do you have a Nazi flag in your profile picture? And I had to put a little asterisk, because it's me going like this. And I put a little asterisk of text just over my finger, and it's in yellow, bright yellow, so you can see it, but it's really tiny, so you have to like open up the actual picture to see it. And it says, "Not a Nazi flag," with an asterisk. But anyway, yeah, so I finally got one of these, and it's really good quality too. It's not like a cheap piece of fabric. Like, these corners are layered. They have the eyelets, the metal eyelets in each corner. So you can actually like run it up a flagpole if you want. Yeah, so I got that, and he also sent me in return a in the box, unbuilt, fresh, ready to be assembled, real grade Johnny Raiden Zaku 2 high mobility type. I'm really excited to have that because I love Zaku's, and the high mobility type is pretty sweet. One last thing I'd like to talk about just before I go is Shoki on his Facebook page, Shoki Reviews, has teased a new charity contest coming up. So last year he did Lupus for Lupus, and this year he's going to be doing another one coming up. I'm not going to give any more details than that. All I'm going to say is if you are not subscribed to Shoki Reviews, you don't like his Facebook page, you need to do both of those right now, because this contest is going to be awesome. It's for an amazing cause, and I will be doing more update videos about that because I want to promote it. He's asked me to be involved in some way. I'm not going into details about that either yet until I get the okay to do so. But I'm just hyping you up. I'm warning you now. Big things are coming, and be prepared. That's what I'll say about that. And that's it. That's all I want to talk about. I'm going to take a sip of my Diet Squirt. Refreshing. And until next time, guys, happy building. Be good to each other.